want to say it's an honor to work alongside such a great team. With the team that we have here today, we were able to get it done. Ball President Carrion, you did a great job in the planning process. And for the fact that George is spending $800 million to stay in the Bronx, that shows you that there's something serious happening here. That shows you that at a time of urban renewal, when back in the day people were trying to flee the Bronx, today people are trying to break into the Bronx. Now I'm just happy that the Bronx Bombers are here to stay.
I'm driving on the Mayor Deegan, and I'm approaching the Yankee Stadium work site, and I see this big advertisement, "The Bronx is burning." Growing up in the Bronx, I can recall some 30 years ago, back in 1977, Howard Cosell in the nighttime game, all of a sudden the camera switched from the baseball game into what was happening in the Bronx at that time. And this nation began to know about a place called the Bronx.
East 172nd Street and Charlotte Street, part of an area that back in 1977, President Jimmy Carter, with then Mayor Abe Beame at his side, pledged to rebuild.
But we need more money, Carter, because I think...
I'm here, Mr. President.
That's why I brought that hat. Right on. Good.
Now, some 2 weeks before the convention, which Jimmy Carter hopes will renominate him, work is at last being done in this area, but the impetus did not come from the White House. Among the structures planned on this 10-acre site of the People's Convention is this building. It is to be a 2-story South Bronx model house, complete with a backyard with chickens. This is an effort to show what could be done.
We're demonstrating that if they stop their phony promises and come through and meet with the basic demands of people and put people to work, and we have enough people willing and able to rebuild our own community. This is the very spot that Jimmy Carter on October 5th, 1977 stood, and he couldn't believe what he was actually seeing. It couldn't be happening in anywhere in the United States, but it is happening.
Several thousand conventioners will use this urban setting to publicize their unhappiness, and on the day before the Democratic National Convention opens, they plan to march on Madison Square Garden in a mass rally.
At about 2 o'clock, the main group stepped off from Columbus Circle, led by Jose Rivera of the Coalition for People's Alternative, which just wrapped up a 2-day alternative convention in the South Bronx.
Speak to the people, Governor, not the press!
Folks, Governor, we'd like to take you over, and just these people are saying you're talking to the press and not to the people, so if we could break this off now.
Did you hear that? The people that you hear are complaining because I'm talking to you and not talking to them. If you don't mind, I'm going over and talk to them. I'm trying to tell you.
What can you? What can you? If you tell
I am trying to tell you that I know now there is no program or promise that a president can make that the federal government can come in and wave a wand and do this.
Push! Why don't you push?
I can't do a damn thing for you if I don't get elected.
Jose Rivera had no movie star bankrolling him in his successful quest to become the assemblyman from the South Bronx's 77th A.D. Indeed, this is what he told voters while campaigning.
I know what you're going through. I know what's standing in line. I know what it is to go to the unemployment office.
Rivera has been to Albany numerous times to fight for better housing and job opportunities for minorities. Now he'll be going there as a $28,000 a year lawmaker, sitting with Democrats.
The only thing that's going to change about me is the fact that I might have to wear a 3-piece suit. I will also be taking along my outfit, my jeans and my shoes. Look, see, okay? So should I help me win the election? You see, okay?
Okay? The session of the new legislature beginning in January should be a most singular one, especially in the Assembly. When I asked Jose Rivera what made him different from other politicians, he replied evenly, "I'm not a politician. I'm an activist."
I am a little bit concerned that with this title, "The Bronx is Burning," people could get confused and believe that the Bronx is still burning over 30 years later. That is not the case. This Bronx of ours don't look nothing like it did 30 years ago. We would like to send that kind of a message, that the Bronx is the borough of a university, of the biggest botanical garden in this state. It continues to build, it continues to grow. Brand new single and double and triple family housing. We can send the message that the Bronx is not burning. That's an old story. The Bronx of today is alive, is thriving, it's exciting. There's thousands of people working, as you can see, as we build the new Yankee Stadium.
I am from the Bronx, and I'm a Bronx resident. My name is Joe Byrne. I'm the product executive for Turner Construction Company here at the Yankee Stadium project. One of the keys to our job is adhering to the contractual document called the Community Benefits Agreement. Community Benefits Agreement is a document that helped get the job off the ground and started. In that agreement, it asks for us to maintain 25% of the contracts to be Bronx-based and 25% of the workforce to be from the Bronx. We want to exceed it. We want to beat it. We'd love it to be 100%.
The workforce at this point is 32% Bronxites, and it's reflective of the borough. On a regular day, we have 750 people working, and by the end of next month, it's going to double.
Thanks to those who have remained in our borough, did not move away, but chose to stay to improve. This borough is working, it's building, and it's boundless.
Back there's a garden. It's a rock garden. And at nighttime, the lights glow on. It's really nice. You see, it's a lot of things growing down there. Apple trees grow. They're not finished growing yet, but they will be done probably like in a month or a week.
Like right here too.
You guys think the Bronx is burning?
No.
This park has been built completely from the ground up. The landscape, everything was replanted here. A meeting with the community and the leaders and the youngsters. I asked them, what would you like to see in the park? And some of them say a basketball court. Some of the youngsters said, we should have a waterfall. It's like an additional oasis right here where nothing was supposed to have grown. Together with our community, with the people in the community, we have managed to put out those fires and rekindle the fire of hope, the fire of aspiration. When we describe the source of life, the air that we breathe gives us life. Water is the source of life.